Let's solve problems using or applying the triangle congruence postulates and theorem using the postulates SAS or the side angle side, the side, and the angle side angle. And this is our postulates. All right. And we have also the angle AS or the AAS theorem. Okay. Or we also name it as SAA or the side angle theorem. All right. So we will be using this in order to verify if the triangles are actually congruent. Okay. So let's solve number one here. Okay, number one, find the value of x plus 3 given these two triangles. Now, the triangles were labeled. Okay, now here, like this one, they are congruent. So this means they're corresponding parts. We could say that they are corresponding parts. So this, we can say they are side one. And the angles here were also labeled. So therefore, they're congruent. So angle one, and also the side here is the side 2, side 2. So if we're going to observe, now this is under SAS, side angle side, and the other triangle is also having a pattern of side angle side. Therefore, these two triangles are considered to be congruent by side angle side. Okay, and since these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCTC, right? Which means congruent parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Therefore, their corresponding parts are already congruent, the angles and the sides. Okay, so we could say that we can now conclude that uh, 18 is equal to its corresponding part, which is this, the 2x minus 4. And also, the x plus 3 corresponds to this side, and we could say that these two sides are congruent. However, there's no given measure of the other triangle. So we focus on the these two corresponding sides. So here we can solve for the value of x. We could say 2x is equal to 18 plus 4. So 2x is equal to 22. And dividing both sides by 2, we have 11. All right. However, we're not just looking for x, but we're looking for the value of x plus 3. So we can add 3 on both sides. So x plus 3 is equal to 11 plus 3, which is equal to 14. So that's why our answer here will be 14. So 14 is our answer number one. Okay, and I hope we got the same answer. And let's proceed to item number two. Again, you may pause the video and try to answer number two by your own. And once you have the answer, you can continue playing the video and let's check if we have the same answer. All right, so I'll continue. So in number two, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. If BC is equal to 12 centimeters, which side of triangle DEF will have the same length? So in this question, I could see two methods to answer this problem. So let's have method one. Let's have the longer method. Okay, in method one, better if we're going to draw the figure. All right, so this is triangle ABC. In geometry, illustration helps a lot. Okay, and this is DEF. And again, since the given statement is a congruent statement, therefore, these letters, okay, the corresponding parts were already identified based on the congruent statement. All right, so which means A corresponds to D, B corresponds to E, and C corresponds to F. All right, so let's check. A corresponds to D, B corresponds to E, and C corresponds to F. Okay, here we go. So we got it right. Now, here, it says here that BC is equal to 12. So this is 12. And the corresponding part of BC is equal to EF. Okay, so therefore, EF is also equal to 12. And since the question is which side of triangle DEF will have the same length, therefore it's EF. Okay, so the answer here is EF. All right, so segment EF. Now, as I mentioned, there are two methods that I am thinking of to solve this problem. So in method 2, now let's copy the given congruent statement. ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, now since this is already a a congruent triangle statement, therefore they were already written accordingly based on its corresponding parts. So A to D, okay, B to E, as I mentioned, and C to F. All right. So it says here that BC is equal to 12. So BC is here. BC is here, and this is 12. And since the question is which side of triangle DEF will have the same length, therefore we are also talking about its corresponding segment, which is EF. And EF is also, or has also 12 units of measure, or centimeters in measure. So again, the answer is EF, or segment EF. All right. So I hope we got the same answer. And let's proceed to the next question, question number 3. Okay, here we go. Now, in question number 3, triangle CAT is reflected over line M. So our axis of symmetry is line M here. All right. So angle A, the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle C, angle A and angle C is equal to 112. And find the measure of the angle T prime. So let's assume that angle A is equal to X. This is X, oops, and C is equal to Y, and T is equal to Z. And now let's identify its corresponding parts in a given triangle on its reflected triangle. Okay, so the corresponding part of C is C prime, right? So this is C prime. Oops. So this is C prime, and this is our X. And the corresponding part of A is A prime. So this is our, this is our X, and C is our Y. Okay, let me correct that. So C is our Y, and T is our Z. So it says here that measure of angle A plus angle C is equal to 112. So we're talking about this. So which means that X plus Y is equal to 112. All right, and we know that the sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So that's X plus Y plus Z is equal to 180 degrees. And since we knew that X plus Y is 112, so that's this is 112. So 112 plus Z is equal to 180 degrees, all right? So let's solve for Z. Z is equal to 180 minus 112. Oh, 112. This is just equal to 12, 112. Okay, here we go. So Z is equal to 68 degrees. Now, since Z is equal to 68 degrees, and T prime is the corresponding part or angle of T, angle T, therefore this is also Z, as we deduced a while ago, and therefore T prime, the measure of angle T prime is also equal to 68 degrees, since they're just congruent. Therefore, the answer here is 68 degrees. And I hope we got the same answer here, okay? All right, now let's move on to question number 4. And again, you can pause the video and try to answer it by your own. And once you're done, you can resume playing the video and let's check if we will have the same answer. So in question number 4, segment BCD, okay, is a straight segment, and ACE is also a straight segment. Now, which method can be used to prove that these triangles are congruent? Okay, let's examine the given figure. Now, it is given that BC is congruent to CD. So therefore, if this is 60, this is also 60 degrees. All right. And oh, there's a given angle here. Angle B is 90 and angle D is also 90. So we have already angle, side, angle, side. All right. So what is the next letter that we're trying to get or find? So we know that there is a postulate that says angle, side, angle. So we could find angle. The next angle is here and here. So we need to check if there is a chance that these two angles are to be congruent. Let's see. Now, is there a way that these two angles to be congruent? Of course, yes, because as we observed, AE and BD are straight lines. Therefore, these two angles are vertical, okay, vertical angles. And we know that vertical angles are congruent. So therefore, these two angles are congruent, all right, by vertical angle definition. So A and A. So therefore, we have proven that these two triangles are congruent using A as A. All right, so that's A as A. So here we go, A as A. Okay, and I hope we have the same answer again. And in letter B, let's find out how to find the value of x. Okay, how to find x? The x here is this, and the x here is this. Now, what's the relation between these two measures or these two sides? These two sides are corresponding sides of the two triangle, and we have already proven that these two triangles are congruent. So it means by CPCTC, all right, the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Since these two triangles are already congruent, therefore these two parts are already congruent since they are corresponding parts. And when we say congruent, since we are talking about measures, so we could say 4x minus 18 is equal to 2x. Oh, okay. All right. So let me just erase this. Okay, so this is 2x plus 20. And let's solve for x. So this becomes 2x. Let's use algebra. And 20 plus 18 is equal to 2x equals 38, right? And we need to divide it by 2, so x is equal to 19. So x is equal to 19, and our answer is this, 19, right? And I hope we got the same answer again. And in letter C, find CE to the nearest integer. So here we go. Now let's find, how are we going to find CE and where is CE? So let's just clean up our solutions. But we knew that these two triangles are congruent already by ASA, okay? All right. Okay, so we already cleaned up. And we knew that x is equal to 19. Since this is 60, if x is 19, DE, so our DE is equal to 2x plus 20. Oh, 20. So since x is 19, so 2 times 19 plus 20 is equal to 38. Oops. Because 38 plus 20, and this becomes, oh, let me just correct this. Okay, so this becomes 38 plus 20, that's 58. So that's DE. All right, now we knew that this is a right triangle. And right triangle, when we say right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the size of the triangle. And CE is the hypotenuse. Therefore, using the formula of Pythagorean or Pythagoras or the Pythagorean theorem, we can solve for CE using the side CD and DE. Okay, so let's just move on to, okay, let's draw the figure. Let's draw the figure. We have the triangle. Okay, and the sides are CED. So, oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. So D, C, and E. This is right. Okay. And we know that DE is equal to 58. This is 58, and this is 60. Okay, so this is our CE. So let's solve for the segment CE. And let's let CE to be x, okay? So using Pythagorean theorem, we know that x squared is equal to 60 squared plus 58 squared. Okay, and we're dealing with big numbers. So let's factor this out. This becomes 4, sorry. All right, oops. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me just clear this out. Okay, so we have, we can factor this out. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. So we can simplify this. This is equal to 4 times 30 square, right? Plus 4 times 9, sorry. Plus, this is 29 square. Okay, we can factor out 4. And this is 929 square. Let's multiply 29 square. 29 square is equal to 30 minus 1 square. So let's use the square up binomial. So we have 900 minus 60 plus 1. This becomes 641. Oh, a lot of 1. So 841. So therefore, 841. And let's add them up. So 400, this is 1741. And equals x squared. Now let's take the square root on both sides. Okay, and since we took the square root on both sides, therefore there must be positive and negative. However, since we're talking about side length, then we're going to consider the positive value only. So we have square root, oh, sorry. So we have 2 here, and the square root of 1,741. Now, the square root of 741, or 1,741 is approximately 41, okay? Between 41 and 42, but let's consider 41. So this becomes 2 times 41, oops, is equal to 82. Or if you consider 42, 2 times 42 is equal to 84. And let's see which answer is closer to the given option. So it's either 82 or 84. Oh, okay, we have 83. So therefore, our answer is 83. All right, so that's number 4. Okay, I hope we get the same answers. All right, and in number 5, let's answer number 5 here. Okay, so triangle bog is congruent to triangle PET or PET. The perimeter of triangle PET is 50 inches. If the sum of two sides of triangle BUG is 38 inches, what is the length of the third side of the triangle BUG? So again, try to pause the video and try to solve it on your own. And once you're done, you can click play, and then let's check if our answers are the same. Okay, so in this case, we better draw the figure. All right, so better draw the figures. And again, our angles are BUG, G, and B corresponds to P. So this is our P, and U corresponds to E. All right, and G corresponds to T. Again, better if you're going to follow the corresponding parts of the congruent statement, such that we can easily identify the corresponding parts once we draw the figure. All right, so the perimeter of triangle PET is equal to 50 inches. So let's say these are A, these are B, and these are C. Since these two triangles are equal, are congruent, so we can say this is A, B, and C as well. So let's focus on the BUG or triangle BUG. Oh, sorry, the given perimeter is the PET. Okay, so we know that the perimeter is the sum of all the sides of the triangle. So that's A plus B plus C is equal to 50. Okay, and if the sum of two sides of the BUG is 38 inches. Now, when we talk about two sides, it was not specifically identified which two sides, so any side would do. All right, so let's consider A and C to be the sum of the two sides, which is equal to 38 inches under the triangle bug. Okay, so we have A plus C is equal to 38. Okay, now, what is the length of the third side of the bug? So we're talking about the side B, the side length B, right? Side length B. So we're talking about this. So what do we do with this equation? We can subtract them. We can cancel out B, we can cancel out C, and we have B is equal to 50 minus 38, that's 12. So our answer is 12 inches. All right, so our answer is this, 12 inches. Okay, and I hope we got the same answer. And if you do, then congratulations. If you did not, if we did not get the correct answer, or if we did not get the same answer, then try to check your solution. Maybe there's something wrong, or there's some error the way you did it. Okay, and